What is up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new video of a Russian guy bringing you the most recent news about what's going on inside Russia and what's going on outside Russia in the world. So if you like that type of videos, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to not miss out any of the future videos. Now, as you have seen in my previous videos, Putin has actually bought some North Korean soldiers to go and fight for Russia inside of Ukraine. But before we get into that, I wanted to explain to you why he did such a thing. Putin's plan to hold on to power is the reason of doing it. And you might be wondering, how does that got to do with anything? Well, the answer is simple. Imagine if Vladimir Putin starts a second wave of mobilization inside of Russia, that can really crumble the regime. The regime will fall because a lot of people will get extremely angry of news like this. So what did he decide to do? He decided to get himself 12,000 North Korean soldiers to go and fight inside of Ukraine instead of Russians doing it. My question is, what happened to the patriotic speeches about Russians defending their land and Russians defending the Russian speakers inside of Ukraine? How does North Koreans got anything to do with this? Another video has emerged from inside of Russia. Let's check it out. Yes, guys, as you could see, those are North Korean soldiers. And you might be wondering, how are you so sure about that? Well, first of all, because the Russian soldiers themselves have said that those are North Korean soldiers, and I doubt that they would be making up a story about this. This is one of those things that I doubt that they are going to be lying about. And the thing is, from the video that you have seen, we could see that those soldiers, first of all, are very small compared to the Russian soldiers. And as you guys know, there's not a lot of food in North Korea, and most of the people there are really malnourished. This gives us a clue. Those are definitely North Korean soldiers. There's no way that all of them are smaller than Russians and none of them are tall. Literally, none of them. And the Russian uniform that they are being given is way too big for them. Way too big. And this video was allegedly filmed in the far east of Russia, in the training grounds in the town of Sergeyevsky. The question is, without the knowledge of a Russian language, how are they going to be fighting? That is the real question that I'm having right now. That only means one thing. They will have to stay in close formations with their own. So North Koreans are going to be running around with North Koreans, because how the heck are they going to understand what Russians are saying? What will happen if the Ukrainian soldiers are going to be trying to take them and capture them, right? What is going to happen? Because there's no way that they're going to understand it. Because when Russians and Ukrainians are fighting, usually when Russians or Ukrainians are capturing each other, right, they would speak in Russian, because in most cases, that's what happens. And, you know, from my own experience, when I hear a Ukrainian speak in Ukrainian, I can understand most of what a Ukrainian person is saying. So I'm guessing it's the same with the soldiers, but North Korean soldiers, I doubt that they will understand this. This could turn out to be an ideal target. Obviously, in my opinion, well, I'm not sure 100%, but, you know, you could kind of guess. I doubt that those North Koreans are going to be paid like the Russian soldiers. So who is getting paid? I'm pretty sure that when Vladimir Putin was in North Korea, he paid a bag of cash to Kim Jong-un and told him, You know what? I need 12,000 guys. I don't care where they're from, who they are, if they have families or whatnot. Just give them to me. I don't care. I'm going to send them to the meat grinder. I doubt that you care either, but you could buy yourself a few new Maybachs or maybe something else, you know? So I think that this is what happened. This is literally slave power military group. Those formations are probably going to be called out as slave formations because those guys are not getting paid. They're not fighting for their own country. They don't even know what they're fighting. I'm not sure what Russian soldiers are fighting for, but what the hell are North Korean soldiers fighting for? Like literally, like what? A bit of choco pie? Or some food? What is going on? I know this sounds very sad, but seriously, what the heck is going on right now? And I really doubt that those North Korean soldiers have an idea of what they're getting themselves into. I'm pretty sure that the head of the command of this 12,000 North Korean soldiers probably told them, you know what, guys, you're going to be training to go and fight against the United States. I wouldn't be surprised if those North Koreans think that they're going to be fighting the American soldiers or anything like this. How many of those North Koreans are going to be running away to get a bit of freedom? There's definitely going to be some of those soldiers that are going to try to run away. The thing is, a lot of you might not know this, but when North Koreans are let out of the country, usually their families are taken hostage. So, you might be wondering, why would they do that? Well, it's simple. So if the guy who was let out of the country runs away to get a bit of freedom, their family are going to be sent to a labor camp. And trust me, guys, you don't want to be in a North Korean labor camp. And the thing is, it's not like you're going to be in a labor camp for 5 years, you know? Probably some people could live through that. But generations of your families are going to be going through labor camps just because one guy of your family has run away and defected. So we will have to see. There's definitely going to be cases about North Koreans defecting from the military, but I doubt there's going to be many of them. We will just have to live and see. It really seems that Vladimir Putin is afraid, and he is afraid of starting a new mobilization. It seems like there's not enough people who are actually signing contracts to do the military work and get paid for it. It seems like there's not a lot of people that are actually willing to die because, you know, I'm pretty sure most of them still have access to Telegram. They could see a lot of Telegram groups of the reality of what's happening in Ukraine and the horrific atrocities that happened there. So many of them don't want to go there. How do I know this? Well, because Kim Jong-un gifted Vladimir Putin 12,000 North Korean soldiers. Obviously, duh. You know, the bots who are going to be saying stuff in the comment section, get out of here. Like, seriously, what other country takes 12,000 North Korean soldiers? I mean, like, come on. I thought Russia was the second strongest military in the world. What happened to that? Why do I see North Koreans now? Oh my God, like the level of embarrassment of Russia is just going beyond my beliefs. Like literally, you know, Russia is doing really horrible things. You know, the current president, the current regime. But getting North Koreans is like on another level right there. Never seen anything like that. And you know what? Now I don't even know how to predict what is going to be happening in Russia. I'm not an analyst. I'm not some war expert or anything like this. But I'm learning here just like you are. I'm getting the real news out to you. And both of us right here, you watching the video, we're literally learning about this. And maybe how you can prevent something like this happening in your country. So if you see signs like this of getting some North Korean soldiers in your country, you might want to change something really quick. But what do you guys think about this? I would love to read your comments in the comment section because it would be interesting to hear your opinions. And do you agree with what I said here? But this really shows us that Russian Kremlin regime is actually falling apart. It seems that the regime and Putin is getting weaker and weaker day by day. And the answer to that, again, is the 12,000 soldiers, because there's no mobilization. People are not willing to sign a contract, it seems like. So it's weak, because if it wasn't weak, he'd be like, you know what? I don't care. I didn't care about citizens before. I don't care about them now. I will do a second mobilization. But he cares about himself, and he cares about his friends that are in higher up places in the government. That's why he instead got North Korean soldiers. So it seems like he's going to be trying to get soldiers from all the dictatorship countries to fight for Russia. Oh my God. Unbelievable. And those North Koreans that you saw there are literally preparing to go and fight in Ukraine. I'm 99% sure about that. This really looks like a start of a third world war to me. This is very scary times that we're living in today. If Russia is going to be using soldiers from a different country like North Korea, does that mean that Ukraine can do the same thing? And if this is actually going to happen, we are in for one of the hardest times in the world's history. This is going to touch and affect every single one of us. All I can say is that you guys out there should try your best to keep safe. And let's pray that all of this is going to end very soon. Because every single day the situation escalates so quickly that it looks like we're at a brink of a third world war, a second nuclear crisis, second Cold War. It's unbelievable. We're literally getting two wars for the price of one. This is what's happening right now. I just feel really sad about all of this, you know? So many people suffering, and there's not much we can do about it. But at least I'm trying to speak out. I'm trying to show the reality of what's happening in Russia, and trying to make sure that, you know, every single one of you who watches those videos will get an idea of how to stop your country of becoming a total dictatorship and see the signs from watching videos like this. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you guys found this video informative. And if you did, I would really appreciate if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to chat to me personally or check out my Patreon, you could do it in the links in the description. By the way, guys, I also have a car channel, which you could also check out, where we do crazy projects and show you really interesting car scenes in the future. The links are going to be in the description. It's called Sanction Drive. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.